Greendale Mall was set to be auctioned off Friday morning. The mall's lender filed for foreclosure back in April after reports of financial trouble. Our Patricia Nicholas was at today's auction and joins us live now with more. Patricia?
It was a busy day at the Greendale Mall today, and there were a lot of shoppers there saying they were ready to spend a lot of money, but they weren't looking to buy clothes or electronics. A handful of potential buyers turn out for the sale of Worcester's Greendale Mall. Urban developer Mike O'Brien says he was hoping to reuse portions of it.
It's very busy all the time. There's lines outside that Best Buy at 10 of 10 in the morning, and we like shopping here, and it's always been a good retail location to us.
The 3,009 square foot shopping center was owned by Simon Property Group before they defaulted on a $45 million loan. Today, the only bid on the two-level mall was made by its current mortgage holder for $11.8 million.
I'm not aware that they want to change any of the parameters of what's doing there, so stay the same as far as I know.
The mall is located right off Interstate 190 in a railroad line. It features stores like Best Buy, Big Lots, and TJ Maxx. Some shoppers say it has gone downhill in recent years, but it's still significant for the city of Worcester.
Not a lot of shopping in this end of Worcester, and I work in Holden, so it's handy to come down here.
Let's keep the city of Worcester in one place. Let's make this one place a better place. Let's make it somewhere where everyone can go to and have fun instead of going to Blackstone or Natick. Let's have something in Worcester.
Now, the people I spoke with today say they're optimistic for the future of the Greendale Mall. They just hope that it stays the same and doesn't change. Back to you, Olivia.
What's going on, everybody? Arty 84 Wicked Explorers, and we are here exploring another dead mall. And this one is actually a dead mall, not like the last one we did, the Eastfield Mall in Springfield. That was a dying mall. This we're gonna see is in fact a dead mall, and this mall could literally close any day now. I mean, any day. This is my second time to this mall. The first time I was there was about 9 months ago, and it was part of my footage that I lost when I videotaped all these malls. So we had to go back and redocument it, and we got lucky because, like I said, these malls are not going to be around very much longer here. So this is the entrance into the mall. So it's a one-level mall, but with the food court drops down a level. It's kind of built like on a incline. And then the rest of the mall is kind of hovers above a parking garage. So there's some underground parking, like slightly and stuff. But this is the main ramp and entrance into what I'd say the word food court very loosely, because there's not much food court stuff going on in this mall. So the first thing we realized when we walked in here, the doors were propped open purposely. And then we realized immediately why as we turned the corner, and a smell hit us that was so potent and disgusting. It makes completely sense why they had this door open. There was like one, at the end of this video you'll see it better, but there's like one restaurant. Actually, when we get into the creepy elevator in the middle of the food court, you'll also get to see the one food restaurant that's open there. To give you a little history above said mall, it was built or opened, I should say, in 1987. The address is 7 Ponset Street in Worcester, Massachusetts. Current owner is Key Point Partners. There are 4 anchor stores. 2 are open, 2 vacant. I believe the only open one that I was seeing when I was there was TJ Maxx. I think, so that one's, Best Buy's closed, and the Big Lots is closed. I'm not sure what they're considering the second anchor that's open. I'm going to assume the DSW that's downstairs is I guess we'll get into that as we read, but we'll see. So this is that creepy elevator. This is looking into the food court right now. And it was, like I said, it was definitely a chance. And we're also using the baby mobile as we usually do. This carriage works great. Hook the GoPro up to it, and we get to videotape as we roll. So it's cool. The Greendale Mall is an enclosed shopping mall located near the intersections of 290 and 190 in Worcester, Massachusetts. It is anchored by DSW, so they do consider that, and TJ Maxx and more, of 2 vacant anchors left by Best Buy and Big Lots. The complex has traditionally had 2 anchor stores located in the northern and southern entrance. An expansion in the late 1990s added a 3rd anchor near the mall center entrance to DSW, and TJ Maxx occupies the anchor position while remaining the only anchor store there. Leechmere used to have a store in the space now partly occupied by Best Buy, but closed in 1997. The anchor at the end of the mall was Marshall's until 2007. It became Big Lots in 2010 and then closed in early 2019. We also saw Best Buy close also in 2019. All right, so this is the Big Lots wing, if you want to call it, that we're rolling down right now. Not a single store occupied. We're going to take a little peek into the Big Lots when we get to the end. The mall, for the most part, was clean. There was no graffiti. There was nothing. There was definitely water damage up in certain areas, but for the most part, it was pretty kept neat. It appears to me that when they did the renovation, when they built this thing, they kind of haven't been updated in years. So it pretty much probably looks the same it did as it opened in 1989. Simon Property Group purchased the mall in 1999. The company stopped paying on the debt in October 2015, and the note holder took ownership of the mall. At the time of the takeover, the note holder, the mall was performing very poorly. In November of 2015, the mall was appraised for $14.7 million, but had a loan value of $45 million. So talk about a loss right there, whoever's going to take this over. In June of 2016, the mall was sold at auction to the Chicago law firm Surface Shaw LLP for $11.8 million. The mortgage holder of the property after no other bids were received. In 2016, Burlington-based Key Point Partners, the company representing the new owners and management of the building, announced that Worcester's only enclosed shopping mall will remain open. And they were very, very, they wanted to make sure that was known that this mall was going to stay open. On December 19, 2018, it was announced that Big Lots was going to lose. On September 9th, 2019, Best Buy would also be closing in November of 2019, which will leave just DSW and TJ Maxx, which we talked about. On December 16th, 2019, just a few months ago, a Boston developer bought the rundown Greendale Mall, and the new owner plans to demolish the 32-year-old shopping plaza and replace it with a mix of retail, apartments, and office space. So, with that said, this mall's days are practically numbered. I mean, when you think about it, there was a Lens Crafters. There was, of course, the Bath and Body Works that was still opened. The location of the mall is kind of funky. If you look at it on a map, the interstate kind of runs right through the parking lot of it, so you could park underneath what was the I-90. I believe it's I-90 interstate. There's not much around. There's all residential basically around this mall. In the parking lot next to it that you have to exit through there is an industrial commercial building that is there. I understand why the mall was built here. Worcester's probably the 3rd largest city in Massachusetts. It's either second or third, next to Springfield. Of course, Boston being number 1. And it could use a mall. The closest mall to this was the Eastfield Mall we went to first before we went to this one, which was about 25, 30. I think that was about 40 minutes away. And then you have the Auburn Mall, which is about 20 minutes away. Now, the Auburn Mall isn't a very large mall. Probably the size of this mall. It does have 2 stories, though. So there's nothing special about that mall. In fact, that is a close to a dying mall, which we'll be documenting that quite soon. But there's really no competition around here. You could go up further, up 190, and then up in Leominster, and go to a mall that we already did, which was the Searstown Mall, which is now called the Whitney Field Mall. We did that in another episode about 50 episodes ago when we explored that mall as being a dying mall. I don't really know what killed this mall, and I really don't know why it didn't sustain, because I read online there was really no incidents that happened at this mall. Nothing really bad that happened to the mall. There was, I just don't know. I don't know if it was just poor management. I don't know if the rent was too high. I don't know if, the loss of the anchors really killed it, and the ability of not being able to retain was also a problem. It's too bad because this mall is pretty much in the exact condition it was when it was opened 32 years ago. 32 plus years ago, 33 years ago at this point. And you know, it's a perfectly good structure in all aspects of it. You know, it's just needs some love. And I guarantee when they rip this mall down and they build the mixed use of the commercial space below and the apartments and condos above, it will flourish. There'll be plenty of activity there. Every store will be filled, people will be there, and it'll be no different than if it was just an enclosed mall. But you lose one store, and then everyone panics, and then the other stores go in. Especially when you lose anchors. It is pretty unreal seeing when you walk around the back that the entrances to like the Best Buy and, you know, everything's just, you know, bricked off. It's kind of crazy, you know. And if you just go back into maybe, you know, 25 years ago, this mall was probably jam-packed with people and you couldn't move. And, you know, it's just very interesting that. What I find very interesting is people buy these malls who are determined to keep them open, when clearly, you know, pretty much a new mall other than that Xanadu that, you know, that was being built out in a mega mall in New York or New Jersey for that matter. You know, there really hasn't been a shopping mall built since 2006. That's crazy because when you think about that, how many malls there are out there that were built between say 1965 and, you know, 2000. So. That is it, you know. So this is the TJ Maxx wing right here. This is the addition they built in the early 90s to add the TJ Maxx. But other than that, it wasn't really a big addition. It pretty much looks all the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it here with you guys. We're going to go back to the mall again. I'll let you guys just enjoy the sounds of the mall. I don't believe there's any music playing when we were there. It was pretty quiet. You could hear every noise. Pretty much, the acoustics were in here incredible. I mean, every squeak of carriage or every squeak of a foot echoed through this place like a coliseum, you know. But this is it. If you haven't been here to the Greendale Mall, I would suggest that you go soon because, like I said, this mall is due to be knocked down. They don't have a date yet for closing. They don't have anything, but it is a time bomb of when it will finally be taken down. So hope you guys enjoy this. There was my hand right there, Justin saying. Hope you guys enjoy the commentary and hope you enjoy our channel. And if you like it, please subscribe because we love subscribers. And leave a comment below. We always get back to you guys. We want to know what you guys think, any suggestions or whatever like that. And hit the little notification bell. So every time we get a new video up, which is about twice a week, you get to know first and foremost that, hey, we're doing a new video. So do that for us. We appreciate that. Check out our MySpace. Yeah, MySpace. No, our Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitter, all the Wicked Explorers or TWE Explorers. And thanks again for watching. Hope you guys have a good one. And enjoy the rest of what is left of the Greendale Mall in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Yeah. She said they got upstairs and there was one whole room that's like the size of, it was a huge room, like the size of mine and Brianna's office and like the back room. So basically like our whole office area.
Mm-hmm.
She said you couldn't even walk in the room. It was filled with plants.
Was
And I'm like,
is it a foreclosure?
no.
You're only allowed to have like 8 or something
I
like
think
that.
12. And that's what I told her. I'm like,
So if you show in the house, why would you like have something
exactly.
so very illegal there?
She was like, I have no idea. And I'm like, they're lucky that like
A cop didn't like was looking at the house.
come look at the house.
This is what happens when you take the stairs don't work. Just can't use the escalators. Interesting. Look at the ceiling's falling down over there. That's why it probably smells. It's mold in here, probably. Oh, gross. Hearing voices, kid. Voices inside your head are loud.
These are kind of gross.
These dead malls.
Yeah.
They don't maintain them.
Yeah.
Some you go into, like there's one in Arlington, Virginia, or Alexandria that I went to. It was like brand new,
Yeah.
but all the stores are closed.
Oh, there's in that. What used to.
What used to be. Bling bling. Not, it doesn't seem like it's further updated fields. Oh, that's how you get to like garage view and whatnot. Security offices there and open. Look. That's interesting. Are the doors open to like vent the place out? Oh, that was horrific. That's where like that Chinese restaurant I was working in when I Boston, I was with Chew. That's what it smelled like when I walked in. Alright, that concludes that visit.
Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and click the alarm so whenever you get notification, we get new ones. See you later. Bye. Alright, so we're about to walk to the food court. It's coming up really, really soon. There was a dive bar in there, an Irish pub, which I found very fascinating, that they had in there. And I think maybe the odor was coming from there. It was a bar rescue type bar, which was kind of funny. It was just kind of sticking out in the food court like that. And I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Maybe it draws people from outside the mall. Maybe it doesn't necessarily have any, doesn't pull anyone from the mall into the place. Maybe it's just people just go there, and I'm sure it's open later than the mall. But it at one time definitely was a lively food court. I bet there's plenty of stalls for locations. There was no named stores there. There was something very interesting. Maybe the odor was coming from that, but there was real sand in the middle of the food court where the kids kind of played. And I do wonder if this maybe was an expansion or an addition over the years. I don't know. I really don't. It's like very little information about this mall. I could see how this could have been an addition over the time, but there's nothing to document that. As far as I know, this was part of the mall on day one. So, yeah, and we only made it halfway in, and the smell was just horrific. We weren't sure where it was coming from. But, so we have a few more minutes left in this, so I'll let you guys enjoy it. Let the ambiance sound from in the back of this mall. And if you are into the malls of the dead variety, I suggest you come check out the Eastfield Mall in Springfield, Massachusetts, before it's a relic and gone. Because who knows when that could be. But thank you guys for watching. And as always, please subscribe if you haven't already. And take a step further and hit the little alarm bell so you're notified every time we post new video. So, thank you again, and enjoy the rest of this video. We'll see you soon.